Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your messages from your ancestors for February. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good month so far. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the Justice card or the Star card. If you do not know what your tarot birth card is, I've dropped you a link in the description box below to a short instructional video on how to work it out. All the decks I'm using I have reviewed on my channel. There will also be a link to their respective reviews down below if you're interested in the cards. So in these kind of readings, I channel messages from your ancestors or passed on loved ones. There may be triggering messages, things that they want you to confront. So, take what resonates, drop what doesn't. It is a general reading. So I'm going to grab a few messages from each of the oracle decks and clarify with the tarot. And if you'd like to connect to the energies of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle them. So what do my querents born under the Justice card and the Star card need to hear from their ancestors for their highest good, please? So I'm going to grab a couple of cards from this oracle deck and do the same with this one. Okay. So let's see what we have. From the first deck, we have card 19, Naz, Feel Loved and Proud. I love this card when it comes out for ancestor work. And we also have card 27, Resilience, Burn Away the Past. From the other deck, we have card 14, Resistance. And card 35, Taking Back Your Power. I really am sorry, I waited for my neighbour to stop gardening and making all of that noise, but he's not stopped all day, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the message I'm getting is that at the moment you are not in your full power, and the reason why this is happening is because there is something from the past that is still hurting you or bugging you. The card of Resilience, Burn Away the Past, this is your ancestors asking you to face up to something that's painful, and it's going to require fortitude. Burn away the past may also refer to physical objects that you are keeping that kind of keep you hooked onto the past. Every time you look at the object, and it could be anything from an item of clothing, from letters, photos, whatever the case may be. And that drags you back into the past every single time, and it hurts. So they're asking you to be strong and to get rid of this, basically. And as I said, these could be physical objects, but they don't have to be. It could be things that torment you mentally, and stop you from seeing what lies ahead. As you can see on the symbolism, her eyes are, the vegetation is in front of her eyes, she can't see. Fire may have some significance to you, you will know if that is the case. But yes, at the moment you are not in your power because there's something that's holding you back, dragging you down, which I see very clearly with the Taking Back Your Power card. These columns, they are like anchors, and the mind can't rise, can't get away from it because it's being dragged down. There's also, however, the symbolism of the lotus, that although the roots are from the muddy depths, it rises up towards, a higher, better version of themselves, towards the light. That's how they grow. So your ancestors are wanting you to look at a situation, at something in the past, and to free yourself from it. But there's resistance. Okay, and the resistance is coming from you, obviously. There's a path here very clearly laid out through the heart of this person here, which will lead you to that little door over there. But you may be blocking this energy, you may be refusing to go on this path because, you know, whatever this past is, it may be something you are attached to emotionally still. And you may feel that by getting rid of the objects or not thinking about it constantly, you may feel like you are forgetting this person. If it's a passed on loved one, for instance, that, you know, you're turning your back on the life you'd built with this person, or like that you're acting like you've forgotten them, like you're being disloyal. I'm just telling you what they're saying to me, but it is not the case. They're asking you to go on this path, to really trust that this is what needs to happen, because at the moment you are powerless, and your ancestors are telling you, we hear, okay, this is you, and they are protecting you. You know, you're being enveloped by their love, their care for you. They're proud of who you are. They're proud of the strength that you have demonstrated through this difficult event that occurred in the past, and they're saying that now is the time for you to move on, to move forward, to claim your power back, you know, and stop resisting, you know, just let go of that, because now is the time for you, and they will protect you. You are not on your own, and this is a message for someone out there. You're not the person. If it's a passed on loved one and you feel like you're betraying them because you're moving on, they're saying you are not, okay, just you need to go for it. Right, so let me grab my tarot deck and delve through those messages, because it's quite heavy. So can you clarify those messages, please? This is not going to be an easy path, they're saying, okay? You're going to need to have strength, but it's completely achievable. It's within your reach. Resistance card is card 14. It diminishes to number 5. Number 5 is the number of disruption, change, challenges, which is why I was probably getting this message of, you know, it may not be easy, but it will be worth it. That's how we grow, and that's how you claim your power back. Because taking your power back is card 35, which diminishes to an 8, which is the number of advancement. There is also resilience is 27, which is number 9, number of achievement, you know, the strength that you gain from overcoming what the past has thrown at you, you know, the lessons you've learned. You know, you come out of this, when you let go of it, a much more powerful person. It really is a beautiful message for someone out there. Let's see what we've got. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Wow, that's the second time she's come out back to back, actually, for me, for the ancestors. The Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work that you may not be aware of, you know, working behind the scenes, we have the Hierophant, Major Arcana, big card. Okay, for someone out there, this is a message from your passed on loved one, a romantic partner, maybe your husband, your wife, or if, you know, you don't have to have been married, but the Hierophant talks about commitment. And it's a message for someone out there, you know, they want you to be happy. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm not gonna dwell on that, but they really want you to free yourself from the past, embrace the change, you know, go on this new path, become you again, gain back your power. They're even saying, take your strength from the love we shared. Okay, I've said it, that's what I heard. That's a message for someone out there. If it's not you, the Hierophant represents obviously many different things, but it could be an enlightenment, you know, it's a knowledge, a deep knowledge. Your ancestors are driving you towards this path, so you understand this is what happened, and I've done my grieving, and now is my time to move on from this situation, whatever wounded you in the past. But the Hierophant represents commitment. It also represents your ethos, you know, your deeply held beliefs. So it may have something to do with that too. So we have the Knight of Swords, okay, so the Knights represents things moving forward, action being taken, and the Swords is to do with the mental body. You have two Swords cards. So it's to do with, you know, the knowledge that you gain through experience, it's the truths, it's also to do sometimes with communication, you know, your ideas and your thoughts. The Knight of Swords may be bringing you some news. Because this is an ancestor reading, please, please, please be aware of synchronicities and messages, because I'm getting the energy very, very strongly that you're going to get messages from a passed on loved one or from an ancestor. It's right behind the feel loved and proud. Obviously, you know, energy of the card, nothing to do with genders, but the Knight of Swords is someone who takes decisive action, who goes for it. This is the fastest of the knights, and the Knight of Swords always brings news. And sometimes the news is delivered a bit harshly, because this is a suit of facts, not emotions, but that's what this is. So it may be representative of a past of loved one energy or an ancestor, or it just represents you getting synchronicities and downloads from your ancestors, so be aware of that. And you may have noticed already that you're getting lots of messages. Obviously, you know, take what resonates. And burn away the past, they're asking you to embody the qualities of the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queens represents patience and understanding of their suit. The Queen of Swords, therefore, embodies clarity of thought, clarity of action, knowing what to do. This is someone who uses their mind to assess a situation and then take action, because the sword suit is a very decisive suit of taking action. So the Queen of Swords would cut what no longer serves them, and this is what your ancestors are asking you to do. Burn away the past, okay? Be the Queen of Swords. Cut it off. It no longer serves you. It's dragging you down. And under resistance, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, 7 represents analysis, self-evaluation, that gives you the experience and therefore the confidence to move forward. The Pentacles represent the physical body, so it's everyday life. And when the Seven of Pentacles appears, it really talks about looking at the amount of effort that you put into something, or the amount of work, or the amount of commitment you put into something, and is it worth it? Okay, so the reason why you have the resistance card here is because you're wondering, is it going to be worth it if I let go of the past? You know, is my future going to be any better if I do it? Because this is going to be hard work for me to drop my defenses, drop the resistance that I naturally have in me, and to go on this path. It's going to take a lot of courage, a lot of determination, and I'm not sure it's going to be worth it. And your ancestors are telling you, yes, it will be worth it, because you will regain that power, you know, the power to lead your life instead of being led by the past, if that makes sense. Because you've got the Two of Cups under the taking back your power. Now, the Two of Cups may well refer to a significant relationship that will come your way once you let go of the past, you drop your resistance and you embrace the new path. So it may well be that we're talking about a true soulmate coming your way, you know, someone who is going to be a perfect match for you. So if you've been wounded by somebody, you know, this would be your reward. You know, what you've learned from this wound will obviously serve you there, and this could lead to a deep commitment with the Hierophant there, obviously. For others, if it's not that, because, you know, maybe you've lost your romantic partner, your soulmate, you know, depends on what the wound is, this may represent the perfect union between your higher self and your conscious self, because at the moment, because you're in a stage of resistance and you are being kind of anchored by the past, you're not in alignment with your higher self. Your higher self wants you to live a happy life and fulfill whatever it is you're supposed to fulfill on your life path. In this situation, you can't. You need to free yourself from it. And when you do, when you are back in your power, then your higher self and your conscious self will be in perfect partnership. So obviously take what resonates here. It depends on why you're here and what the wound was. So I'm going to close out your reading by grabbing you a couple of final messages. So can we have some final messages from Aquarians, please? There is healing coming your way, and you know, when you're born under the star card, obviously there's the idea of healing, justice, which is, you know, doing the right thing, you know, what is fair, you know, what you deserve. And what you deserve is better than what you currently have. Okay, I think that's enough. Let me cut the deck. So we have reflect on your priorities, which is the last quarter moon in Aquarius. So what matters to you? What is important to you? Why are you still stuck in the past? Why are you allowing this to keep you stagnant? And please do not think I'm judging you, okay? I'm just trying to give you prompts to think about what the message may be for you here. I don't judge at all. So reflect on your priorities, you know, and maybe change them, is what they said to me. And you have the last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. Now this is interesting because this is the second time the word proud is here. You have feel loved and proud, be proud of yourself. So for some of you there is definitely something to do with this past that's wounded you and maybe has been the cause of self-doubts. But your ancestors are saying you need to be proud of yourself, celebrate yourself. You know, everyone goes through dark times in their lives, and you're handling this well. You just now need to move forward, is what they're saying. There needs to be a shift, and your priorities need to change, is what I'm hearing. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a fantastic end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.